Hey guys, it's Clayton Delaney. Sit back, relax, and I'm going to catch you up with what's going on in life for me. First off, let's start with this. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck about as much as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. You're welcome. A lot of things are going up, are kind of being juggled in the air, and I'm sorry that we haven't put up a video in quite a while. I've had a little bit of drama going on in my life as far as work. But so here's kind of what's going on. Recently, I went to my boss and approached him about a situation that was happening at work. I've been unhappy at this job for quite a while, and finally, the last straw broke the camel's back, kind of a thing. And I'm not going to get into what happened, but so I went to my PGL's office, my immediate supervisor's office, and said, "Hey, I got to put my 2 weeks in." Which is kind of crazy because I have no backup plan. I had no backup plan at the time. I had no jobs lined up. I just knew that I needed to change. And I think that that was the best thing for me. Logically, that makes no sense, but I just didn't know what to do. The stuff at work had gotten to a point where I just really couldn't handle it anymore. So put my 2 weeks in, took the next day off for vacation to kind of relax and unwind, kind of sit down and think, okay, you really put your 2 weeks in. Is this a good or bad move? And came back the following day and was promptly let go. The company decided that it would just be in the best interest to let me go, and just that be it. So now I have no job. I am currently kind of juggling, trying to find work for the next 5 months. Me and Ryan, my wife, and our son Flynn may be moving to Texas. Why Texas? Well, I applied for a master's program at a university down there, and I understand if you don't hold, if you think this is a waste of time or a waste of money or a waste of effort, but we've come a long way since the Illinois situation and those things happening. I think that me and Ryan have done a lot of growing. We've done a lot of healing, thankfully, and thanks to, in part, and a lot of the healing came from our family and our church. And I'm at a point now that I'm ready to get back into ministry. And I'm 30 years old. Had my birthday in January 22nd. Woo! And I'm getting to the point where I understand that is the job. That the only one that I've enjoyed, the only one that I've loved, and the only one that I've cared about, the only one that I've really would do anything for. So we have to turn in, you have to send in a bunch of documentation and things like that, and all of those things have been turned in, and on the website it says that between 1 and 10 days you'll be given your rejection or acceptance. And so we're waiting. It should, we're only about 2 or 3 days into that 10-day frame. So within the next 7 days, we'll find out if we're moving to Texas. I'm going to have to try to find a job there. Ryan's going to have to try to find a job there while she's also trying to finish up a master's degree here in Oklahoma. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. We should be, if we get accepted into, it's a seminary, I forgot to tell you that. It's a seminary college, and I'll be going for a Master's of Divinity, which will give me the proper training to step into any aspect or role as far as ministering or pastoring. And I'm pretty excited about that. I think that it will grow me in the areas that I need to grow in, and it will teach me, it will teach me the things that I need to know. And so we're pretty excited about that. So I know that this is what I'm called for. And there may be some of you guys out there that are saying, how did you get to that conclusion? I don't know. That's a good answer. I'm not really sure, other than Ryan, complete strangers or very acquaintances. Even people that I've just kind of run across and they've only been in my life or had interactions with me for maybe a few months have been able to say the same thing as the people that I've known my entire life that say, Clayton, you're called to this and you have a gift and you need to preach the gospel. And that's encouraging. let me put it this way. I was making roughly about $15 an hour at this old job that I had. And I had a really good friend, his name is Reggie. Hey Reggie. And everybody at Halliburton on night shift, miss you guys. Reggie asked me one night, he said, Clayton, how do you know that ministry is what you want to do? And I told Reggie without hesitation or blinking, I said, if there was a youth ministry job open right now and it paid half of what I make now, I would completely quit and go to that job right now. So the idea of the money aspect of it is not a huge part. And that's kind of crazy to think that I would take a job that I'd be working more hours, longer hours than I was. It would be more emotionally draining. I would be willingly walking into a situation where I would probably be the punching bag and, being beat up as far as emotionally, and second guessing what I'm doing and wondering if I'm doing the right thing and hoping that I'm changing lives and making lives better. But I would do it in a heartbeat. And so for the next 3 years, if I get accepted, we will be in Texas. So here's to all you guys out there in Radio Land wanting to get to that job that's your dream job that you're called for. Just remember, if you would leave the job you have now to go to another job for half pay or no pay at all, because I would do that too, then that's probably the job for you. I'm Clayton Delaney. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you made it to the end, and we will see you kids and hip kids and cool cats and whatever else you want to call yourself later. See you later. Bye.